That was Chala Head Chala Peaceful Earth from Dragon Ball Z Battle of Gods. It is March 8th, 2024, Friday. Welcome to the stream. So, if you haven't heard by now, yesterday we learned the news that Toriyama Sensei, Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, passed away. And today we're going to talk a little bit about him, his legacy, and his impact on the world. I want to start out by saying, celebrities, famous people, they pass away all the time. And it's really sad, but you don't feel anything. But when I learned that Toriyama passed away, I felt it. I felt it as if I knew him personally. Like I actually knew him and that someone I knew had passed away. That is how great of an impact he had on my life. And scrolling through Twitter X last night and just seeing all the thousands and thousands of posts just shows how many lives he touched during his time alive. And we thank him for 45 years of storytelling. I'll admit, I cried last night. I shed a few tears. I've never in my life before, when someone I didn't know personally passed away, did I feel this tragically sad and devastated. On a more personal note, what has Toriyama done for me? A lot. I remember when I was just a kid, just a little kid, probably 5, 6. My parents wouldn't let me watch Dragon Ball because, it was violent. Some of the language that they used they didn't approve of. But my best friend, who was was also my neighbor, had Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z on VHS. So we just go to his house and we'd watch it. And I remember like 5 or 6, we watched the episode with Muscle Tower, where Kid Goku and Android 8 climb Muscle Tower to destroy it and defeat the Red Ribbon Army. And then my friend goes, "You think that's cool?" And I was like, "Yeah, that's awesome." He goes, "You got to see this one." And it was the one with Imperfect Cell. And it was the first appearance of Imperfect Cell, when he absorbs like that rich guy, the banker, or the whatever the guy is in the city. And we were so scared. That scared us so much. And for the next 2 or 3 years, Cell was the boogeyman. He was the reason I was afraid to go downstairs at night. He was the reason I was scared of walking around in the darkness. Was Cell. I was terrified of Cell. And then I stopped watching. I stopped participating in Dragon Ball until I was in the middle school, and I saw a Dragon Ball Z DVD for sale. And I said, "You know what? I liked this as a kid. Let me try this again." And I watched it. And I rewatched it. And I rewatched it. And I read it. And I played the games. And it's just had such an impact on my life. And now, you know, Dragon Ball was the reason that I decided I wanted to become a voice actor. Hearing the fight of Gohan and Cell, Goku's magical adventure, everything about Dragon Ball, it made me want to become a voice actor. It started the life that I've decided I wanted to live. It turned me down this path. And now, next week, I'm moving across the country to Texas so that I can become a voice actor. And that's all because of Dragon Ball. That's all because of the work that Toriyama Sensei did. Toriyama was a phenomenal storyteller and a phenomenal artist. And for those of you that don't haven't seen Dragon Ball, that slept on Dragon Ball, the base Dragon Ball, go back and watch it because I think that that is what Toriyama truly that is true Toriyama. Toriyama just liked to have fun. He wanted fun in his writing. And his worlds were so magical. They are so magical. Filled with little monkey boys and wolf men and dragons and dinosaur people and Dr. Slump, Arali. Akira Toriyama wanted to have fun. And I think he did. He loved Dragon Ball Superhero. And I think that that is because Superhero was sort of like Dragon Ball. It was fun. It was crazy. He likes that. And I think that Dragon Ball Daima is going to be even more special now, knowing that that was the last project that Toriyama-san worked on. And he loved it. He was so excited for the world to see Dragon Ball Daima. So, so excited. And he passed away before it was even released. But I think that this is going to make Daima even more special. You know, as a storyteller, he brought forward so many magical stories. And as a storyteller myself, I feel that part of Toriyama-san's writing, his creativity, his world building, I feel like that carries over in my own writing. And I think if you watch Spider Queen, you will definitely see that. That some of my writing is definitely inspired by the art and the creativity of Akira Toriyama. He inspired me to be a better storyteller, a better actor, a better creative. To not be afraid every time that I think that something I'm writing might be ridiculous or a character that I'm writing might not fit in. I think of Toriyama-san. I think of the world that he made, the world that he built, the universe that he established. You know, I was talking last night with a a friend of mine. A buddy of mine had texted me after what had happened, and we were texting back and forth for a minute or two, and I said, you know, the whole reason I wanted to become a voice actor is because of Dragon Ball, and we went on and on for a while, and then what he texted back really stuck with me, and I think is a really powerful message, and I'd like to share it. He goes, "That's awesome, man. That way, his art gets to live through and inside you forever, and you were touched by his art, and so everyone who you impact will be impacted by him too." And I think that that's true. I think that in life we are all inspired by people, you know, whether we admit it or not. You know, the first people we're inspired by are our guardians, our parents, whoever we're living with. And as we grow up, we find heroes, we find people that we connect with, people that we look up to, people that we inspire to be like. And then we sort of start acting like them. And then in turn, everyone that then has interactions with us is then impacted by the way that you live your life, and so on and so forth. And I think Akira Toriyama is a prime example of impacting people's lives and how it pushed forward. Go on X, go on Twitter. Look at the thousands and thousands and thousands of posts from people all over the world sharing their stories, sharing what Toriyama meant to them. And what I think is really even more special is that Masashi Kishimoto, who is the creator of Naruto, wrote this very, very beautiful statement about his life and about Toriyama and how Toriyama inspired him, and the interactions that he had back and forth with Toriyama, getting to meet him and whatnot. And so did the creator of One Piece. They also wrote a nice message for a nice statement, and I think that that's also really powerful. Here and people last night were posting a bunch of different quotes that he wrote, a bunch of different quotes from Dragon Ball, and one that I think is super powerful is one from classic Dragon Ball from Master Roshi. Learn well, play well, eat well, and rest well. That is the turtle hermit way. The Kame style is with you. There's always going to be someone stronger than you, and there's always going to be another goal to keep pushing towards and to keep improving yourself. As writers, part of the way who we are, we write our feelings, our emotions into our writing. It's something that you can't avoid when you're writing. When you're writing, how you feel will bleed into your writing whether you like it or not. And I think that it's a beautiful thing. And I think that through that, we can see that Toriyama always was trying to push us to be greater, to be better than who we were. Look at Goku. Look at Goku, the character who does not stop trying to improve themselves, does not stop trying to be better. Someone who values every single life on Earth, where each individual life, everyone has a right to life. And that's what Goku believes, and I think that that is what Toriyama believes. And I think that that's beautiful, and I think that that's special. When I was planning out the stream today, I was planning this out yesterday, and this was before I had learned what had happened. And I wanted to make it special. It was the last stream before I moved to Texas, and I was like, "Oh, let's do something special." And I was going to show archived videos of Dragon Ball Bridged. But now I feel like that's just desecrating his art. This one really hurts. This loss really hurts. I think he still had so many more stories to tell. He was at such a young age, too. So this one hurts. It's I don't know. It hurts. It's not right. And he was the GOAT. He was the GOAT of manga, of anime. Think about it. Dragon Ball really started this anime craze in the United States. Think about the manga sales. Think about everything that he's done. And it's really sad. I want to read something here that I just saw. Um, Masako Nozawa released Masako Nozawa-san released a statement on Toriyama's passing, and Masako Nozawa-san is the voice actor, the Japanese voice actor of Goku. And she wrote, "I don't want to believe it. My head is empty because I don't want to think about it. Even so, every time I see Goku, I remember what Toriyama Sensei said to me. You will take care of Goku, won't you? I cherish that moment. It makes me think I will stay by Goku's side until my strength runs out completely. Sensei, please watch over us from the heavens. We hope you depart in peace." And I might be mispronouncing his name, and I apologize. Ryo Horikawa, the voice of Vegeta, also reacted, and he had his own comment and said, "It was a bolt out of the blue, and even now I am filled with disbelief. The series had just begun in a new journey. The story was supposed to be more and more thrilling and exciting. This is too sudden. It's a pity. Thank you very much for giving birth to this wonderful work. Rest well." Everyone is jumping in. Everyone is putting in posts. Oh, someone posted the thank you and goodbye image from the last episode of from the last chapter of Dragon Ball Z. A lot of Vegeta's crying. I urge you all to go on Twitter and look at all of these beautifully written tweets. Because I think it's very special. And I hope that he knows. I hope that he knows the warmth and the love that he's getting right now, and how many lives he truly impacted on Earth. Because he was number one. He was the greatest of all time. With that, we're going to end this stream now, you guys. I'm getting sad again. So, we'll end the stream here. And just as some final thoughts. Learn well, play well, eat well, and sleep well. That is the Turtle Hermit way. Take care of each other. Value every life, as Toriyama did. As Goku does. Thanks for watching, everyone. I won't be here next week. I'll be driving across the country. Take care. Stay safe. Look out for one another. And now, it's time for all of us to go on our own Makafushigi adventure. Our mystical